All right, guys. Um, Africa. All right, guys. Please invite everybody. Let them know. Let them gather here. And I know that this has been a very common news these days. It's no longer a surprise. It's no longer breaking news because it is happening all the time, literally all the time. So there's no excitement, there's not even fear because there's been so many attacks on Ibrahim Traore, on Burkina Faso in general, to the point where we got used to this. We see this as normal. We see these as just normal things. And I think that is one of the lie that is going to cost us if we believe so. Let me just pray and then continue to share with you guys this news. God, I thank you for today. Thank you for this moment. I thank you for this gathering. As we talk about the continent, we talk about Burkina Faso. We pray for your presence. We pray for your healing. And we pray for your peace. In your precious name, I pray. Amen. Guys, I think one of the things that we might fool ourselves, all right, is getting used to these events that are happening. You know, there's been so many attacks on Burkina Faso and Ibrahim Traore in specific, and we are getting used to this, and we have been getting used to this to the point where if it's going to go bad one day, we're not gonna be surprised. I mean, we are getting used to these events. We're getting used to Ibrahim Traore being attacked, being betrayed. Right now, they're targeting his military force, and it's happening so many times. All right, more than 30 times, 40 times. It happens so many times to the point where we get used to this, and we just see as a normal thing, and perhaps we might even stop talking about it because we believe that okay, there'll be another attack, but Ibrahim Traore will win. There'll be another attack, Burkina Faso will stand out. There'll be another attack, but man, what is happening right now is building up to something big that is going to happen. All right, when colonization happened to the continent, it did not just happen within a single day. It was planned for 100 years. It was planned for so long time. And they had a proper plan that, okay, if colonization is not going to work out, they knew that Africans will rise up one day and will fight for the independence of the continent, right? So they already planned for the neo-colonization, according to Kwame Nkrumah. They already knew that if these guys are going to stand up and fight for the independence of the continent, how are we going to be able to capture them? How are we going to be able to own them, as we do right now? So the system was already created, IMF, World Bank, but also they created something else, colonization, economic colonization, that even when we receive our independence, we'll still be depending on them. We'll still look up to them. We'll still want the loans and aids from them. And I shared a video, I think last week here on Swahili Nation, about the strategy. We have some people who thinking that, us having this debt, all developed countries or United States or UK, they also have debts. But what we don't realize is that our debt we don't pay with our own local money. We pay back in dollars. We cannot print dollars. The United States, they can print dollars and pay whatever debt they owe. But for us, we cannot print dollars. So what we have to do is to work so hard to have actually own our own money, which it has very low values. For example, in my country, $1 is equal to 2,600 Tanzanian shillings. And if you owe, 1 billion US dollars, guess how much Tanzanian shillings you're going to pay? And our economy is being run by the local currency, right? So it's not almost, it's impossible to finish the debt that we owe these guys, because of how but this, it was strategically planned long time ago, even before Africa fought for independence, because they knew Africa one day will wake up and will want to demand for the independence of their country. So when they demand that, how can we keep on owing them? These are strategies that were planned in Berlin conference long time ago in 18 something something there. It was planned and it's still working today because Africa is still in debt. Is still, we cannot move, we cannot do anything. My point is this: the breaking news and what is happening in Burkina Faso today. There've been an attack, and this attack, I'm gonna say this again, is not on the civilians, but this attack is on the military base in Burkina Faso. Do you understand that? This is dangerous. attack on military base. This is the only place, this is the only force that has been protecting Burkina Faso. This is the only force that have been protecting Ibrahim Traore, the president of the people, the president that Africa want, the president that Burkina Faso want, the president that Burkina Faso want and desire. This is an attack on him. This is an attack on the force, on Burkina Faso's force. This is an attack on them. What does this tells you? Is that if you dismantle the only protection of Burkina Faso, then you'll be able to capture the city. Then you'll be able to capture, you'll be able even to get rid of Ibrahim Traore. Whatever you want to do, you'll be able to do it. This is not an attack on civilians. This is an attack on soldiers. This is an attack on military force. You understand what I'm saying? This is dangerous. And see, because we've gotten used to these events happening over and over and over again, now it is normal for things like this to happen. But I'm telling you, there will be a time when this happens, and for really it happens, and we'll not even think twice that, oh, did this happen? No, no, no. So my point is this: I'm not gonna stay here for a while, guys. This is the time to pressure, because this is the only thing for me I see. I'll always talk about this. I'll always talk about one Africa. I'll always talk about one passport. I'll always talk about one army in the continent. This is the time to pressure African Union. It's the time to pressure our country to actually unite, because there's no other way, man. We're going to get out from this mess that we have created long time ago if we cannot unite and fight for one another. We cannot. I'm telling you the truth. Burkina Faso is not going to be able to get out of these things by themselves, and that's why they form alliance with Sahel region. But also themselves, they cannot be able to get out of this unless the entire continent of Africa come together, join our hands, and fight for the continent, fight for our countries, fight for our truly independence. We're not going to be able to get out of this if we're not uniting. The only thing that we need right now is unity. That's what we need. We need to pressure this useless organization like African Union, to pressure them to actually bring that to pass, because they have in their agenda 2063, but we have to pressure them to do it today, not 39 years from now. We have to pressure these guys. We're tired of having puppet leaders. We're tired of having people who do not work for our people. We're tired of having African Union by name, but it does nothing of the interests of Africa. What is it doing? I mean, look at the massacre that happened in Congo just 2 days ago. More than 40 different people have been killed. People were worshiping in the church, killed, including children, and a lot of them have been captured. What is African doing? What did African say? African Union say? Say nothing. It does nothing. Today you have these more than 50 soldiers killed. Man, these guys are Africans. When you talk about soldiers, sometimes we exclude them. We don't think like they're Africans, but these are Africans. See what is happening in the continent. What does African say? African Union says it's nothing. It does nothing, really. So this is the time, and I don't have hatred towards African Union. No, I just want accountability. I just want responsibility. That these guys, they need to be accountable. We need to hold them accountable, and we cannot do if we're still divided the way we are. If we cannot speak the same language, if we cannot unite our people, what we need is for our countries and our people to come together as one Africa and to bring about this change. And that is the solution I see to these issues, unless if you have another solution. If you have another solution, guys, I'm open to hear, I'm open to listen. If you have another solution, I would love to hear from you. What are these solutions you're talking about? For myself, I see the only way out to things that are happening in this continent is one Africa. It is one Africa. I will say that even if I'll say that for 20 years, I'll still say the same thing. We need one Africa, one Africa, one Africa, one Africa. And that's what we need to shout. And that's what we need to say. Right now, Ibrahim Traore, he's no longer just fighting for Burkina Faso. He's fighting for Africa. You saw his agendas right now. Guys, the agendas that we've been fighting for right here for more than 6 years, Ibrahim Traore is actually saying the same exact thing. He's saying one passport. He's saying borderless Africa. He's saying one visa. No visa. He's saying one army. He's saying one Africa. This is what Ibrahim Traore is fighting for. So this is scary, guys, because and Africans, they want him to be president of Africa. They want him to be the leader. Imagine if Ibrahim Traore was the chairman of African Union. Just imagine. Just think about that. Think about that for a second. All right, I'm not saying that he should go and storm the African Union because they're going to capture me and send me to jail. No, that's not what I'm saying. But Think about this, guys. Imagine if Ibrahim Traore is the chairman, it is the president, he is the president of African Union. Just imagine for a second what will happen to the continent. Imagine, guys, we'll have one visa. I mean, we'll have no visa. Guys, we'll have African Union passport. We'll have it within 1 year. For just 1 year, this guy will change everything. Imagine. So my point is this man right now, he's stepping out, not only fighting for his country. This man, what he has done in Burkina Faso for the past 2 years, it's more than what another leaders have done for the past 25 years while in the regime. This guy, he did this in 2 years. And now his focus is for Africa because he knows that, okay, all these agendas, all these things I'm fighting for, if I just fight for my people, Burkina Faso, yes, they might be free, they might be decolonized, but what about the rest of Africa? So this guy, he has given himself as a sacrifice for the entire continent of Africa and standing for what he believes in, advocating for the unity of Africa we want. And what do? The organizations that are supposed to be fighting for the same thing are quiet. Just enjoy having diplomatic passports, travel here and there, with big belly, fat bellies, just going here and there, just enjoying the money of Africans while a lot of Africans are dying every single day. It is ridiculous and we cannot allow it, and we should say no to that. And the only solution is for Africans to wake up, and especially younger generation, you who are listening to me right now. It is the time to demand for that change because Africa deserves better. We deserve better. We deserve better. And the only thing can happen to us is for us to demand that to happen. And that's what we need. We deserve better. Burkina Faso, it's not deserving this. 50 soldiers, these are Africans. These are Burkina Faso. These are patriots. These are people who have been frontline fighting for protecting our countries and our families. When you sleep and wake up good and okay, it is because there are people who are not sleeping, protecting your country. This is what we have to remember, and that's why we have to support, we have to defend our soldiers. And that's why we have to come together to make it easier. Because if these guys are not here, we're not going to be living in peace. We're not going to be living in peace. So guys, this is an urgent call. This is an urgent call. We here in Swahili Nation, we have opened, guys, something called sign the petition to demand the vision of 2063 to be done today. The petition to demand one passport, one African passport, petition to demand one army, petition to demand one currency, the petition to demand one Africa right now, right here. This petition, for those who are watching on TikTok right now, please head over on our YouTube. You'll find in all of our videos description, it is attached there. Please go and sign this petition. One Africa, one passport right now. The matter of fact, for YouTubers, I will go and share this link right now. I'll share this link. I'll copy here this link and I'm going to share with you guys right here. Please go and sign this petition of one Africa right now. We're talking about one Africa. We're talking about one passport. We're talking about one visa. We're talking about one thing. Guys, please go and sign up this petition. We need this to happen as soon as possible. Okay, some people here on TikTok, they're asking me what happened. So what has happened is this. There have been an attack like 8 hours ago, attack on Burkina Faso military base. And more than 50 soldiers have been killed. More than 50 soldiers have been killed. It happened not on the civilians, but on the military base. So just think about it for a second. Why did it happen on a military base? Just think about it for a second. Why it is happening right now? Military is what protecting Burkina Faso right now and Ibrahim Traore. So if they're attacking them, it means, you know what is coming next. You know. And we cannot wait to see another story of Thomas Sankara. We cannot wait to see another story of Patrice Lumumba. You know, because of what happened in Congo and the loss of Patrice Lumumba, Congo, it has been in the war for the past 30 years until today. You know what happened to Muammar Gaddafi in Libya? Libya, it is worse since he died until today, until tomorrow is still the same. We cannot happen the same story happened before, happened again. Guys, they attack military base. That is the strength of the nation. That is one part that Africa needs to wake up today and demand one army in the continent. so that we can wipe up all this terrorist attack. And these, it seems to be a very well organized soldiers. It's called GNIM. I don't even know what is that. Does anybody knows? Does anybody here from Burkina Faso knows GNIM? What is that? Please let us know. You understand what I'm saying? Let us know, please. These are very organized soldiers. And guys, they attacked military base and killed more than 50 different soldiers. Do you know what is going to come next? 50 soldiers, the government hasn't issued anything yet, but 50 soldiers have been killed. Military bases have been attacked. This is the urgent call. There's no safety. There's no safety, guys. If you don't wake up, there's no safety. There's no safety. No safety. And I don't even know what to say. I feel like I'm the only one that, I mean, not you guys. I'm talking about all these organizations. I feel like we don't see these urgents. We don't see this series of events that are happening. Guys, there's something wrong with what is going on in this continent. Something wrong. Something really big wrong is happening in this continent. Why every single day we have a lot of death happening? Why every single day we lose a lot of our people? More than 40 people killed in Congo just 2 days ago. Today, more than 50 people killed. Maybe even right now, some other people are being killed in the continent. And we don't see anything. Man, where is African Union? Man, where the heck is this organization? Then close those headquarters. Close those headquarters for God's sakes and do nothing. Do nothing then, because you're not doing anything. Do nothing. Do nothing. Nothing has been happening. Do nothing then. You cannot stop nothing. You cannot do anything. You cannot enforce peace in the continent. You cannot do nothing. So why are you there? I was just thinking here a minute ago, what if, just think about this, if Ibrahim Traore was the chairman of African Union, what would happen? This organization is just there as a picture. Nothing is happening. He cannot promise us something to change in the continent and you're doing nothing. Man, we should close those headquarters, whatever. They do nothing, man. They do nothing. We're not even proud of our own union. This is ridiculous. We should be proud of you guys. We should be proud of, and let me tell you, when I'm talking about African Union people, they think about that building. Let me talk about those people working in there. We should be proud. We should be proud of you guys. What the hell are you doing there? What are you doing? You're not doing anything. You're not bringing anything. And we're still seeing our people dying every single time. This battle, Burkina Faso cannot win on its own. We need Africa to step out. We need Africa to step in. This is not something that can happen only with Burkina Faso. We need all of Africans to come together and to fight this, man. We need to fight this, man. We need to fight it. We need to push. And that's why we prepared the petition of one Africa right now. We demand for one Africa. We demand for one person. We demand for one country. We demand for one army. Because once we have that, man, we can protect. We can kill these little dudes. These terrorist attacks that are happening in our countries, we can stop them. We can't stop them if we have one army in the continent, one strong army. We can stop them. It's just a matter of time. But nobody's there to push the buttons and just be like, okay, this has to be done right now. We have nobody doing that. We have no command. We have no one saying anything. All these events are happening. You don't see any statement from African Union, and it's there. It is there. Oh man, the time for the change is now. And this change will only come if all of us Africans will come together, sign this petition. Because if we have millions of signatures, we are going to demand, guys, nobody is going to pay no attention to what we're going to say. All right. This is the time. Africa is lacking leadership. Africa is lacking leadership. There's no discipline in leadership. You know what happens when you lose leadership? Then the people, we can come together as the people because we are the one who are affected with everything that is happening in this continent. We need to come together to hold our hands together. And that's what we need to do. And demand these things to happen right now, right here. We don't have luxury of time to wait for 50 years, for 30 years. We don't have that time. Things are happening right now. They're happening so fast, and it's the time to take the lead. Because these guys, these politicians, they'll move us from whatever, however they want us to be, however they want us to act, they will do that. But man, this is a different kind of generation. This is the generation that is awakening. This is the generation that demand change. This is the generation that want to be united. This generation that we cannot allow to be separated with our other African brothers and sisters because of politics. This is the generation we understand, we know we are accountable, and you guys cannot slow us down. We're not gonna let that happen. You guys slowing us down, we say no to that, no more to that. We cannot be slowed down. We are going to protect our people. We're going to protect people like Ibrahim Traore who are working for the interests of Africans. We don't care but where it's coming from. I don't care about my country, where I'm coming from. No, I care about the collectiveness of African people, that we want the same thing. And that should be the same thing we say over and over and over and over and over again until the ears start itching. That's what we need. That is what we need. So people here on TikTok, if you go to our YouTube channel, Swahili Nation, you'll find link, written, signed petition in all of the description of all of our videos. Please, please. Okay. I think I copied here. Let me try to share here with you guys as well in the comment section. Where's the comment section? I think it's in. Yeah, I think it's in my bio as well. Here in my bio, I think it's there. Please go ahead and sign this petition of One Africa right now. Please head over there and sign this petition. We need, guys, this is the petition of demanding One Africa want right now. The things that Ibrahim Traore is fighting for, guys, we've been fighting for the past 6 years, and now it is the time for us to demand that. It is the time for us to want to see that. It is the time, guys. Sign the petition, please. Sign the petition, please. Sign the petition, guys. Sign the petition for One Africa. We want One Africa. We want one passport. We want one army to protect our countries, to protect our leaders, the leaders we love, like Ibrahim Traore. We need that. We need that. And we need this organization like African Union to get back on their feet again. We need them to stand up. We need them to start speak for their people. Otherwise, man, they should close those headquarters there. They do nothing. They should close there. They should close there. What are they doing there if people are being killed every single day and they say nothing? Nothing, man. Even acknowledging what is happening. One of their agenda was silencing gun by 2020, something like that. But until today, the matter of fact, the gun that just multiplied in the continent. What kind of good visions you're writing? Really good vision to just comfort us, but you do nothing about them. What kind of nonsense is that? What kind of nonsense is that? This is very nonsense. It's guys, man. It is the time, man. It is the time. The time is now. Ibrahim Traore, the man who is fighting for this continent, the man who is fighting for our next generation. Now they're attacking the military base. What is going to come next? What is going to come next once you attack the military base and kill the military people who are protecting this man? What is going to come next? Think about that. Think that with your mind, guys. Think about that. Think about that. These are not civilians. They attack military bases and they kill soldiers. That's where the strength is. That's where the protection is. These are people, these are patriots who are protecting our countries, and they attack them. Imagine what is going to happen next. Imagine what is going to happen next. Imagine what is going to happen next. Man, I wish to have some people coming here and talk and share with me. So I'm gonna share the link, and I want you guys to, some of you guys to come and to share to share what you think as well, guys. Okay, here's the link. If you click that link on YouTube, it will be able to bring you here, and we can have conversation, guys. This is the moment. This is the time. This is the time, guys. This is the time, man. Look at what Ibrahim Traore is doing, man. This guy, he gave his life. This guy is ready to go anytime for the sake of the continent, for the sake of Africa. And what are we doing in return? What are we doing in return, guys? What are we doing in return? What are we doing in return? We need to do something in return, man. This is the same story of Muammar Gaddafi. This is the same story of Patrice Lumumba. This is the same story of Kwame Nkrumah. This is the same story of Thomas Sankara. When are we going to wake up? When are we going to realize that Africans, we need to stand up? We need to stand up. We need to have strong voice together. And strong voice is one voice. That's what we need right now. That is what we need right now, guys. That's what we need. Give me a second. I need to talk to these guys. I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Tunakaribia kumaliza, tunaondoka nyumbani.
Amekaribia kumaliza. Simko hii floor.
Ndio tunamaliza, yani pakia wewe tu hapo tunaondoka.
Then naweza nikawa na mataulo. Nipo mataulo.
Mataulo na maji.
Mataulo, yes, na maji. Alafu nipo mataulo na maji. Kazini kwa hiyo sasa.
Sawa. Taulo zote nitumie?
Nimetumia zote. Maji na zile chai zile nini? Maji matatu. Sinipone.
Wengine hawani hata moja. Niona kaisi hapa.
Mimi nakuja salama. Hata matatu ni machache. Wow. All right, guys, I'm back. Man. All right, guys, I've shared the link in the comment section, so you guys feel free to go through that, and if anyone want to come and to share as well, please, you're welcome. This is crazy, man. This is crazy things, and cannot allow this to happen. We cannot allow this. We cannot allow this. We cannot allow this to happen, guys. We cannot allow it. What are we doing in return for Ibrahim Traore? What are we doing in return, guys? What are we doing in return? We need to show a good gesture. And that is to stand with these guys and to fight as well. Yeah. Asante. Guys, what are we doing in return for Ibrahim Traore? What are we doing in return for him? What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? The best thing we can do is to stand for, for what he stands for. For me, I love it because what he stands for is what we've been standing here for 6 years, and even before Ibrahim Traore came, is what he's been standing for. So it's just coming to emphasize what really we have been asking for. If you read our petition that we wrote almost 2 years ago, you'll understand that everything he stands for, we wrote 2 years ago before he came. We wrote it, man. It's there. We wrote it. One passport is there. One army is there. One country code is there. One military is there. One currency is there. It's there. Everything is there. We wrote it. Guys, we need one Africa, man. And we need one Africa as soon as possible. So I hope, guys, you heard me. And I hope you listened. And I hope you're going to do something about it. The best thing you can do right now, pray. Best thing you can do, sign the petition, One Africa right now. And let's change this continent, all right? All right, guys, I got to leave right now. And I'll see you in a moment, all right? Appreciate it. Talk to you soon.